is up, Internet? My name is Brando, and welcome to episode 6 of the Otaku Remix podcast. And today, joined by my boy, Titus, the fourth.
Yo.
Is that officially your last year?
Yep.
The fourth Titus in your line?
Yep, totally.
In the family?
Lineage, yep.
What is the last name again?
Kratz.
Kratz?
Yep.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah. Find me on Twitter, dauntlessrv or something like that. Yeah.
Just popped up somewhere.
If
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's all good.
What was on your Twitter?
Just like, just anime, FGC talk, shit like that. I'd probably post more, but I'm not really focusing on providing content. But anyways,
You good?
that's what I'm here for.
We're here for fucking anime.
Yes.
It's 2019. Congratulations, everybody. We made it around the sun one more time. All the same bullshit to deal with.
Yep.
But only anime to cope with it.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what we're here to talk about. 2019, it's a beautiful year looking forward, but 2018 was a fucking awesome year looking back.
It's pretty good for anime, yeah.
It was pretty dope. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go over, if you couldn't tell from the title, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards is upon us again. I believe the voting started a few days ago, as of this recording, January 11th.
Yep.
I don't know when the winners will be announced, but today we're going to be going through the nominees, giving our thoughts, opinions, maybe picking a winner from us, and just kind of banging it out. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Yeah.
Just get right into it. So off top, the first category is Best Protagonist.
Yeah, I like this one because it has a lot of good characters.
That's like variety, I think, is a pretty nice word.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just to pop off the nominees, they are Retsuko from Agretsuko, Yumiko from Kakegurui, Joe from Megalobox, Violet Evergarden from Violet Evergarden, Rimuru Tempest from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and Sakuta Asasagawa from Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai. That's a solid list. You have your picks all lined up.
Yep.
I don't. I'm going to fucking bang them out live. What do you have?
It's, I'd say it's a tie between Sakuta and Retsuko, because
Really?
Retsuko is a really good... I think she's a really relatable character.
That's, I think, the appeal of both of them.
Exactly.
And also...
Oh, yeah. And only with Sakuta being a bit more of a... I'd say not a wild card, but he's definitely just a little more out there in terms of just, like, being himself. Retsuko is very just, like, kind of staying in her lane, office salary woman kind of thing.
I haven't finished Agretsuko yet. I probably watched 3 episodes so far. Yeah, I'm not.
And the Christmas special's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's from everybody. Fucking Christmas specials are coming back, man. Nothing's gonna beat though Tokyo Godfathers for Christmas anime. But have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't. I'm not really an anime movie guy, except
that's a whole other podcast that we're gonna do.
Exactly.
For sure. But from these topics, Retsuko, I know I've heard from people that she's super relatable, and I can tell like there's definitely, I think it's a really cool portrayal of modern romance, which is why. We'll get into it later. My favorite romance of the year is Wotakoi. You seen that, right? Love Star for Otaku. That's my favorite because of the relatability. You know, I'm in my mid-20s and like that all, and I'm a nerd, so like it's all just like very pinpoint. All the stuff is real.
It's a lot of nails on the head.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But like Retsuko, relatable, but not super much to me. If anything, Yumiko might be more relatable to me. Kakegurui.
You think so?
I got a gambling problem, bro. I gamble.
Gotcha.
People will tell you I gamble frequently. I enjoy it. I don't mind admitting that. Like sports bets. I work in front of a casino, so I'm there quite frequently. So that's what it is for me. She's a personification of my problems, a sexy waifu version, but she's not my pick probably for best.
Yeah, she's
going. You were saying? Sorry,
I feel like her protagonist kind of style gets split by having the
dude, the POV character.
Yeah, exactly. The no-name MC, basically no-name MC-kun.
That's why I would pull her off too, because off the list, I don't really think of her too much as the main character. She is like 100%. It's like not even debatable.
Yeah, she came into the school, flipped shit up.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Like she is the inciting incident, but yeah, she. Just like with Violet on this list, and Violet is like at both times the best and worst protagonist, I think, on this list, because have you seen Violet Evergarden?
No,
okay.
Fill me in.
That's fine. Her character arc is interesting. I'm not going to give the whole synopsis because that would take the whole fucking episode. But like, generally, she's a character, so elevator pitch. She starts it, she's a survivor from a war.
Okay, yeah.
And she's just trying to find out. She's told that her superior officer is still alive, but basically her arc is basically trying to discover what her superior officer meant the last time he saw her, what he said to her was, "I love you." She doesn't understand it because she has like literally zero emotional intelligence, just stone glass, like I don't know what that means. And so she gets a job basically as a ghostwriter. Like they're called automail. Oh my god, I'm sorry for Violet Evergarden people. I forget the official term, but it's basically a ghostwriter. She writes letters for people.
Right. And
she kind of takes a back seat, which a lot of people will say. The vignettes and the stories that happen within Violet Evergarden are beautiful and touching, and they kind of talk about a lot of things like regretting to talk to a family member or something like that, or not chasing your dreams, or confessing your love or what have you, or dealing with grief, and a lot of different stories that she goes through. She for her clients. So not so much her character arc, but her character arc slowly builds because with each person she writes for, she gains a little bit of understanding about like how people work, and by the end, by episode 10, it hits a really beautiful crescendo, and then it gets back onto her. But because she kind of takes a back seat, in the same way with Yumiko, where I feel like she's just there for the ride, she like incites the ride. As much as she is involved, sometimes they're not completely in focus, if that makes sense.
No, I totally get what you're saying. She's just like the abstract protagonist, kind of. Sticks to, like she's definitely there. She's the focal point.
Yeah.
But it's
not like a Mary Sue all the way, but like kind of just a little bit blank.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the point in design for Violet. But
exactly.
I'll probably give it Sakata, just so we can move on to the next point, because Joe. I love Joe. Yeah. Very charismatic, like avatar for determination. But like, maybe it's the predictability of it. I don't know if I'm like jaded from Shonen or something like that, but he's just so predictably good and honorable, and I like love Joe, and the anime's hype. Something about that, and something I love Rimuru. Yeah. Because he's the best. It's the best isekai anime.
Oh, yeah.
Free. Yeah. And he's refreshing because all those guys, everyone who gets sent to the other world are like high school kids who are like angsty.
Yeah, this dude's like 40-something, right?
This dude's like, he's 39, 40 when he dies. And he's cool, he's calm, and he's kind. And
it's a very endearing character.
Yeah, it's refreshing. I like it a lot. But Sakata, I'll give it to Sakata.
Same.
Because of what you were saying earlier, how he's different.
Yeah.
I think... he's a harem anime protagonist that's not a doormat or a retard.
Exactly. Yeah. That is a very rare quality.
He's charming, he's confident, he's independent, he's clever. He can scream fucking I'm a virgin and make it cool. Like, I like him a lot. So, I'll give it to Sakata too.
Yeah, ditto.
So, on to the next category.
Best antag.
Let's see here. We have...
Ryo. Okay, Ryo from Devil Crybaby.
Yep, Ryo Asuka from Devilman Crybaby. Akane Shinjo from SSSS Gridman.
I need to watch that. That seems like I know. I got a special place in my heart for Mecha.
We'll get into that. All for One from My Hero Academia.
He's definitely
Yuri from Megalobox. Tokishiro Tsurumi from Golden Kamuy, and Momonga from Overlord season 3.
Okay.
So
let's work our way down the list because Momonga's gonna be the keystone of this.
For you.
Tag, exactly.
I haven't got too deep into Overlord as well. I'm still season 1.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get into that. So I think we both haven't seen Golden Kamuy, right? So we can't do Tokushiro, no. So sorry to him.
Yeah. Can't give him his justice, but...
So, from top to bottom, Ryo. I haven't finished Devilman Crybaby
Me either. I've gotten pretty far in it.
People love the ending.
Oh, yeah.
And hate the ending. People tell me it's like grotesque and crazy.
Well, that's a style.
But super very much in those themes. But I do like Ryo. He's pretty he's pretty clever. He's pretty surprising when he does, like, even from the first episode when he starts stabbing people at the club. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah. And he like kind of plays his friend too. He gets him, gives him the Devilman powers, and it's like it's just like you kind of can't.
That's
like
true too.
It's like he was just like, oh yeah, no, buddy, my pal, my friend. Let me help you out here, and it's just like, nah, he's been working you from the start.
Yeah.
The game was rigged from the start.
Are you giving it to Ryo? I can't see your notes explicitly.
No, but Ryo's insane. All for One I like because he kind of pulls like the kind of like the Dark Knight Joker thing where he's just like,
you think he's a good foil for All Might? Or,
he's just like, you can't kill me, like, he'll always be that little voice in the back of All Might's head.
I do like that.
Which is great.
Yeah, as a mental cage, like something like where he's so deeply intertwined in the psyche of his foil.
Yep.
I think he's pretty cool. I think for pure spectacle, and menace, like he probably takes the cake, for this group for sure. Like he's definitely the most imposing, in that regard, which may be why I pick him. Akane.
What do you think?
So you haven't seen her?
No.
But short list. She's God.
Okay.
Surprise. Trigger.
No,
anyway.
it's okay.
But and this they reveal that very quickly. It's not it's not a bad spoiler, but she is kind of fucked up. She kind of goes for the reason why she creates the kaiju that that Gridman has to fight against.
Okay.
And she has like really simple childish reasons for like not liking people, and then that childishness translates to her like, I don't like you. You bumped into me. Right. You're gonna die. Like, so a part of that's like threatening and creepy in a sort of unpredictable way, but it's not like the best villain of the year. And plus, by the end, she gets kind of usurped a little bit and becomes more empathetic, which sometimes works for a villain. I don't think that makes her the best one though from this year though. She is. I know a lot of people think she's waifu, like waifu of the year.
I'm sure. Yeah, cute anime girl who's evil.
Yeah. Tell me about Momonga. Give it to me about Momonga.
Momonga is great because he is the last person to log out of a
about the
MMORPG.
I've seen the first few episodes.
Okay.
So he's the protagonist and the antagonist, right?
Yeah, exactly. I will, because
he's an anti-hero, sort of.
Exactly. He's the anti-hero, but by the end of the third season, he is the goddamn antagonist. He is, without a doubt, he's like, you should hate him, but from the build-up, he's relatable because he's the only human, technically, in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. So from the get-go, as far as we know, Momonga is the only human character in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, he takes this. He wants to expand his whole Yggdrasil is the game.
He's like Empire.
Ainz Olgun is like is the name he takes, but that's like that was like the name of his clan or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
And that was like
that guild hall that he like.
Exactly. That was a play on words with a Nine's own goal kind of thing. It's like I read a lot into it.
Oh, okay.
Like, because it seemed super interesting because.
Yeah. A lot of people love like the detail on Overlord.
Yeah, it's like pretty much a game within itself because they actually talk about like the whole game mechanics because it plays into the actual world that Momonga gets dropped into.
Interesting.
But anyways, he takes at it a very just like cut and loss kind of thing, and it's just or a loss and gain kind of thing. So, but these like are like the characters in the show are like actual living creatures.
Like, do you mean like do they exist?
Like he is in their world.
Oh,
and he's looking at it like he's still in Yggdrasil, like he's still in a game.
Yeah, but he's already he entered essentially their world, like which is real to them.
Yep.
But he doesn't have that perception because he came from
a game.
Yeah. So and that gives him that menace because he's unempathetic towards it all because he has the perspective. It's all just a game.
And that's what his progression is because he's slowly like becoming that antagonist that's slowly becoming like
he's not role playing a villain anymore. He's becoming a villain.
He's just like, oh yeah, I killed 10,000 troops.
Yeah.
Snapping my hand.
Yeah.
Or snapping my fingers.
And he just doesn't care, Cause
it's just like, like I had to kill this army, take over this country, yada yada. It's just like,
normal fucking day.
Exactly.
Oh, that sounds like funny as shit, honestly. In like a dark humor kind of way, which is what I could get down with. So.
And also, it's hilarious in some parts, and then for the sheer fact that he just like the fact that he is such on another level than everybody else is.
Oh, he's just like OP.
Oh, he's ridiculous. Like, okay, I'll give you a little spoiler, but it's not a spoiler because I won't tell you when it happens.
It's all good. We'll put notifications. So.
Exactly. Apparently he goes to like another magic user, like a supposed magic user.
Yeah.
Apparently, his level is like God tier, like his like God tier level magic.
Okay.
The highest level magic user in their world is like level 3, 5. Like they can summon shit. He can summon like armies of death knights and shit, and it's just he's in crazy OP.
I get he's a natural disaster waiting to happen. Yeah.
Exactly.
I dig it. So is that who you're gonna give it to?
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Momonga sounds like dope. I was gonna try and pitch Yuri, but I feel like it would be really undercutty to what you just said. He sounds a lot more fun.
Yes.
Yuri, I feel like is a good foil for Joe, and you haven't seen Megalobox.
He's the reverse. He's like the exact opposite of Joe.
Kind of. So Joe's the scrappy underdog. Yuri's the king of kings. Okay. Megalobox is basically a remake. It's a spiritual successor to like Boxing Champion Joe, which is an anime, really popular anime from the 80s. But it's done with the aesthetic of the 90s anime. It's like it looks like Shampoo did it. Like it looks like Bebop did it.
It looks very...
Yeah. So I'll have to double check which studio did that, but it's like very reminiscent and celebratory of a 90s anime while being a huge evolution of an 80s anime. So a lot of callbacks. But Yuri in and of itself, he's the king of kings. Joe is the fucking underdog guy. He by the end, his story gets really empathetic because like he's a very honorable fighter. He wants to fight Joe.
Yes.
And so he has, as you can see in the picture in the thumbnail, he's got like these cybernetic arms because everybody in Megalobox fights with basically cybernetic arms. Basically that they. It's ever seen Alessium with
oh yeah,
like that. Those it's not like
it's like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. It's exoskeleton arms. Not not like they're not replacing it. They're not becoming cyborgs.
Okay.
He is the closest thing to like a cyborg, but instead Joe fights. He fights as gearless Joe. Like you know the thumbnail has him with the shit. By the end of the second episode, he's fighting without them.
Oh.
Like the whole series, he's gearless Joe. He fights without them. That's his edge.
Okay.
And his his story.
That's his.
And Yuri wants to fight him on that level. So by the end, he basically strips himself of the gear, which is very hard, very painful saga for him, just so he could fight him on equal fighting.
That's pretty good. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But it'll be either Yuri or Momonga, I think, for us.
Yeah.
So best boy, the highly technical category of best boy.
This was a tough list.
Let's take a look. So nominees for best boy. Oh, we got Kotaro from Zombieland Saga, Honda-san from Skullface Bookseller Honda-san, Izuku Midoriya. Again, I think he's won this category like twice. My Hero Academia Season 3, Sakata Asasagawa from Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Senpai, Haida from Gretzko, and Joe from Megalobox.
Alright, in a list of good boys, who is the goodest?
Who's the goodest? The bestest of boys?
The bestest of boys,
The bestest of boys. Alright, it's not going to be Joe.
Nah.
Joe's a man. Haida, I think, is a grown-ass man dog, too. So
kind of thing. Yeah, it's... Okay, if we were going by a true boy, like...
Best, gun to my head, it's either Sakata, Midoriya, or it's Kotaro. And Kotaro is a grown-ass man, too, but
yeah,
I think he deserves a win.
Yeah.
Because he's a... Have you seen Zombieland?
Yeah, I've seen
He's
parts.
funny as shit. That character is so good. I love him from, like, just like... You think you did good? Yeah, 2 years. Like he's just 1 to million, like 0 to 100 so fast.
Oh yeah,
off the walls. He's like the impetus for a lot, and he's always prepared.
Quirky good boy.
Yeah, he's quirky good boy. Honda-san, he's funny in an anime that's funny as itself. You seen Honda-san at all?
No, but I was looking through it through like the anime list, and I'm like, okay, I could watch this. Like I like it.
It's 10-minute gag anime about like a guy who works in a bookstore and just deals with white people, deals with like gaijin who come, like foreigners who come to the store and like look for popular anime.
You sold me on the 10-minute. As soon as like most animes that are under like half hour, are just either just automatically.
They're usually pretty tight. Yeah.
Awesome.
And they're almost always comedy too.
Exactly, like just little gag reels, gag sketches.
So,
Sakata.
Who are you giving it to? He exhales.
Yeah, this is a tough choice because like I feel like Sakata is like the goodest romantic boy because he's just like he actually wants to be like a good boyfriend of mine. Yeah, and that's about it. He wants to be a good brother. He wants to be a good friend. Midoriya. He's Midoriya.
He's like, he could be my son.
Exactly.
Like, he's what I wish my son would be like. But I would give it to Sakata as well. I feel like it'd be bad because I'd be doubling it up, but fuck it, he had a good year. Like,
it's like
on this list, I could give it to either of them.
Yeah, because like
I feel like Midoriya is hamming it up too much though. Like he's probably got this award. He's like back to back.
Yeah, he's been running strong for a couple years.
He's like DiCaprio getting 2 Oscars. I just like, you deserve it, but I don't want to give you back to back.
Yeah,
they call that like voter bias in like the NBA, like when they're doing all-star voting. When someone like wins, like last year, like they don't let it happen again. But one of the two, cop out.
Either or. So I like Ito a lot. Ito from Retsuko is great because he's just like he wants to ask out Retsuko.
Oh yeah,
but it's just like he's just like like about it, like
Oh yeah,
traditional
right.
like
like the whole like hesitation thing.
Exactly,
like the will they won't they.
Yep, that's a very good list when it comes to like to good boys. It's just like it's just like choosing one. You basically just had to choose your favorite.
It's been a good anime. It's like in general, we'll get into like the difficulties of choosing a best of. Listicles aren't like usually my thing, but it's been a solid year for 2018. It's a good year for anime.
Yeah, best girl. Okay.
Best girl. Next topic. Let's take a look.
This is the first category that it kind of... I got some holes in. It's just like I have not seen most of these except for Bunny Girl Senpai and Eurocamp or Laid Back Camp, whatever.
I haven't seen all of them either, but real quickly, nominees for people who are audio only.
Yes.
Anzu from Hinamatsuri. Hinata Miyake from A Place Further Than the Universe. Lily from Zombieland Saga. Aserpa from Golden Kamuy. Nadeshiko from Laid Back Camp. And Mai Sakurajima from Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Senpai. I've seen... I haven't seen Golden Kamuy again.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen... Is Eurocamp Laid Back Camp?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you've seen it. I haven't.
Eurocamp is...
I hear it's really good.
It's a chill anime. It's just like you'll watch it and you'll just be like, man, I want to go camping.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I want to go.
It's a vibe, yeah.
I want to go be laid back.
It's the thing about this year. Like everything is my top. If I were to make a top 10 for this year, just to kind of sidetrack for a second, I'd have like 20 choices.
Oh yeah.
And like, if I wanted to pick my favorite anime of the year, I've got like 3 that I'm kind of like 3 or 4 or 5 that I could bat around like right now, and like at any given moment I could switch those choices. It's just
exactly.
2018 was a good year.
It was a very good year.
But for me, Anzu, funny as shit. Hinata, super solid, super bro. Like she was a really good friend character. Lily could be in the best boy section.
Oh, that's right. Is that the trap? Excuse my language, but
she's the trap. Yes, but no. She's the one. But ups to her for making it into the.
True.
To the best girl.
If you believe you are best girl, you can be best girl.
That's fucking. That's right, man.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. But it's Mai. It's got to be Mai.
Yeah, it's just you can't.
It's got to be Mai. I mean, how could it not?
If you watch Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, it's just like, yeah, okay, I can see why she's the.
Everybody loves her.
Yeah,
she's the most popular waifu on the. I like her because she's ride or die. Because she's always down to deal with Sakuta's bullshit. He's all over the place.
Yes.
What else was I gonna say? She lets him deal. Okay, he's empathetic and like helps a lot of all the girls who get affected by the puberty syndrome.
But he still sticks by Mai.
He sticks by Mai, and the fact that she lets him basically let these bitches stay at his house or pretend to be someone else's girlfriend or boyfriend, excuse me.
She has a high BS threshold.
Yeah, she's a high BS threshold, and she's talented and beautiful. Like, how could you not like Mai? My best waifu 2018 free, except for 02.
Okay.
02 snubbed.
Yeah.
Talk later. Anyway, best opening sequence. Oh man, fuck the thing. You know what? Do I want to really fix the? It's like doing it like 10 minutes at a time now.
Just let it rock. Let it rock. I think.
Like just cut off the video.
Yeah. It's.
Whatever. If anybody watches the video up until the 20-minute mark, I'm already happy.
Okay.
All right, and I'll put it back on near the end.
Yeah. Just edit. Yeah. Just edit it. Just mess with it.
Yep. Anyway, best opening sequence.
I liked all these actually.
This is a good section.
I went to listen to each one before I came here. So
solid. Let's see. Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. Darling in the Franxx. Kakegurui. Pop Team Epic. Agretsuko. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind are the nominees. So they have all their specific songs, Fiction for Wotakoi, Kiss of Death, etc., etc., etc. But off top, there's a lot of good ones. I haven't seen Pop Team Epic, excuse me.
It's catchy.
I've seen a lot of footage from the show, but I haven't seen the intro. Agretsuko, you didn't pick Agretsuko, right?
No.
I would say no because in general, Netflix anime don't invest a lot in openings. It's a partially the guy who runs the anime department in Netflix is kind of outspoken saying like, not outspokenly saying
skip it.
There's that, yeah. That's why they don't focus on. In general, they don't focus on idol anime or moe because they subsist a lot of their income on the OSTs and on the figurines.
Yep.
And the OSTs, the main focus on that usually a big selling point is the intro. And why are you going to spend all this money on a flashy, beautiful, catchy intro when there's the fat skip intro button on every episode of Netflix? So that's a big contributing factor. Like if you look at Be the Beginning.
Yes.
If you've seen that on Netflix before,
it's
okay. Don't worry about it. I don't remember the part that, but like the intro is like it's nothing. It's just like abstract images and sounds, and that's kind of what Agretsuko is to me. It's like no vocals, just guitar riffs, a little bit of growling, and just some of the chibi motions from Agretzko, which is catchy, it's fun to look at, but also it's not like super meaningful. So I think Agretzko got on here kind of oddly.
Yeah, the whole Netflix deal.
Yeah. So which in the inverse of that is surprising because I know Kakegurui, the whole term of Netflix original anime is, Netflix is a licenser, so like they didn't produce Kakegurui.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
But Kakegurui has a fantastic opening.
Yeah. So it's a solid.
Yeah, that's a banger right there.
Good jazz.
That's a good time. I like it a lot. It's one of those few anime intros that like I like to watch every time. Mm-hmm. And like I didn't have to, obviously. You never have to. Like
But you want to hear the song.
It's jazzy. It's really kind of it's like the whimsical nature of the show really begets like the kind of sadistic, dark side of the gambling.
Yes.
So I really like that a lot. Darling the Franxx, I think, has the catchiest song
it's pretty
to
catchy.
Me because I've listened to Kiss of Death a lot in my free time.
I gotcha. Yeah, it was a good. That's the one thing I took away from Darling the Franxx was it had a very good opening.
Yeah.
I really like Otaku. Excuse me.
Yeah, you good. Love is Hard for Otaku.
Yeah, Love is Hard for Otaku. It's a great. It pairs super well with the the animation.
It's so good.
It's
cute. It has that kind of like
it's a good SOL.
Yeah. The dance along kind of like reminds me of like what things would that J-pop or like fucking in Otaku would do for dancing, like fucking what is a caramel dance and like hand motions with the dance. You get the idea. Yeah. Like it's all there. The flavor of Otaku life and love.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
it captures that rom-com goodness.
Yeah, the spirit of the show. I think that's the best part.
Love is Hard for an Otaku that really encapsulates.
Yeah, the thing about intro, so it's like I mixed it to be like when I think of best opening, I think of animation that imagery that basically is representative of the themes of the show, and then you also have a good song. Mm-hmm. So like on pure song, I would give it to Kiss of Death probably from like Darling the Franxx. If not, I would either give for animation I could give it to Wotakoi or JoJo.
Oh yeah,
Golden Wind, and the song for JoJo is really good. Normally I would say JoJo if I was watching Golden Wind, I would give it to Golden Wind probably because I think it has the most creative, flamboyant, like out there animation and design, and it's like kind of like James Bond-esque, and it's everywhere. Oh, yeah. And I love all the Coda songs that he does for JoJo.
It's because it's just JoJo it's the best anime meme. Like it's just like everyone's just like watch JoJo. He's like, why?
It's a good starter anime.
It's JoJo.
If you're ready for the levels of JoJo.
Yes. There is.
Wotakoi is what I'll probably pick though, because I think
I was actually bouncing. I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like it captures the spirit of the show with a catchy song, and again, it's my favorite romance of the year. So I probably the anime is elevated by it and vice versa. So that's a solid pick. So we'll bounce right into best ending sequence. So the nominees in that category are Megalobox, Attack on Titan Season 3, After the Rain, Fully Coolly Alternative, Review Starlight, Fully Coolly Progressive. So Fully Coolly dabbed up on 2.
Yeah, Fully Coolly's got it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, oh my god.
This has been a weird year. I feel like in 2008. Like, it's Fully Coolly fucking sequels, Overlord sequels, Magical Index sequel, fucking, we're getting Fruits Basket next year.
Yeah,
like this year.
They've been actually
remember those series
breaking out of that season 2 like ending curse kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, is this a really good anime you like? Yeah, you give it that first season, give it that second season.
I know, right?
After that, read the manga.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Go back to the source.
Exactly.
But for outro, Megalobox had the title crawl with the neon lights, if I remember correctly. The dun 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 dun. Yeah, I like that one quite a bit. I feel like it's really chill. It kind of does feel like the cooldown from the hype machine from Megalobox.
Right.
Attack on Titan had that like really Linked Horizon. I remember this song, or I know that group.
It's very soft, kind of just like.
I haven't watched Attack on Titan, but I've seen people.
The ending it works with the show. With the general theme of this season because it's very plot heavy. It actually like makes some progress towards what Titans are and shit like that. Okay, and it's good because it's just very just like
bittersweet.
that, and it's just also it's like a very uncertain kind of song. It sounds very pleasant, but it's also very sad at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a good theme. It's fitting for Attack on Titan.
What do you think is your favorite? Because I'm looking through this list, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop off in a second. But
you can honestly just go because like Fluey Cooey, it's both of them, the progressive and what was it, alternate?
Progressive and alternative, yeah.
Alternative.
Do you like both of them?
Both are very good. Both, I think, slap as progressive rock, like J-rock songs. They're both very, like, instrumentally sounding.
For me, it's none of them.
Really?
Because they snubbed my boy fucking Run With The Wind from Production IG. That's my favorite outro. I forget, the song is called Reset.
Okay.
That's my favorite intro, or outro, because I love the song. It's a nice cool down. Run With The Wind's like a track anime. It's like about a college track team.
That's why I don't know.
Yeah. Sports anime. So none of them. I'm not even gonna vote in this section.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because like I really like this one ending.
Also for best opening, while we're at it, where the fuck was Zombieland Saga?
Yeah,
like that's my it's like a top 3 for me, easy.
The Idol anime should definitely have.
Yeah, usually. I love that intro song
for an intro and an outro. Because usually the idols are voice actors and vice versa. You know.
Yeah. They are able to encapsulate all of the talent.
Exactly. Usually, if they can do good voice acting, they can. Yeah.
So what we have here. Speaking of which, best voice acting performance Japanese is the next category. This is one that's going to be a little bit weird and hard for me to kind of
same
to lock down, but I'll do what I can, and that's so we have Mamoru Miyano for his voice of Kotaro in Zombieland Saga. We have Soma Saito from who plays Honda-san and Skullface bookseller Honda-san. We have Megami Han, who plays Miki in Devilman Crybaby. We have Nao Toyama, who plays Rin Shima in Yuru Camp. Got Rariko, who plays Retsuko in Agretsuko. That's really rhymey. And they have Reina Ueda, who plays Akane Shinjo in SSS Gridman. So, of this group, it's hard for me to say what constitutes a great performance.
Yeah.
In the sense that like it's not something that's very traditionally critiqued by me, but my first reaction would be I want to say either Reina or Mamoru.
Yeah.
For Kotaro and Akane for me.
Yep.
Again, because I like how he goes from like
he's
got a big range. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of different characters in a lot of different inflections. Sometimes he's soft and like kind of talking to like I guess his mentor, like about like why he wants to revive Saga, and like there's other times where he's yelling at the girls or he's pepping them up, or he's just talking to people or he's just being like drunk or selfish. Like I think he has a good range.
Yes.
Honda-san is funny, but like I feel like he's either screaming or he's just doing something normal.
Yep. What was it? Who was the voice actor from Yuru Camp, the Laidback Camp?
Her name is Nao Toyama. She plays Rin.
Is
this the main the main character?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Pretty much. She voices. I don't know, because it's just like performance. It's just like it's so chill because it's called Laid Back Camp.
Yeah.
And she's just like
she fits the bill.
Very quiet, like a very quiet, very like a cuter kind of character, but like not like without the der part. She's just chill, just cool.
It's cool.
Exactly.
I like that. It fits the bill. That's why I would say. I think I'll pick the guy who plays Kotaro, but I would like the reason if you would pick now. So those both make sense to me. And then in the inverse, best voice acting performance for an English cast. So the dubs. So we have Kari Wahlgren, who plays Haruko in Fully Coolly Progressive. Is she the one who played her before?
I think so.
Okay, so just a reprisal.
100%, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure because I remember her from like if
we'll Google it later, but that could be the fact. Christopher Sabat, who plays All Might in My Hero.
You can crush on Sabat all day. Like,
I know.
Just like he's like Johnny Youngbosh.
All the dudes, yeah.
It's like you hear their voice and you're just like, I know exactly who they are.
That's that guy.
Exactly.
Erica Mendez, who plays Retsuko.
Okay.
Yeah, who plays Retsuko from Agretsuko.
I'll have to watch that in dub then, because she's pretty good too.
Yeah. David Wald, who was the narrator in Mr. Tonegawa, Middle Management Blues.
That's interesting that I haven't seen that, but if they're choosing like a narrator, that means he
could have a sultry voice. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this anime. I've seen this anime everywhere. It's a comedy from what I can tell from the fucking thumbnail. I assume it is. I'll have to get into it. Mr. Tonegawa, I keep seeing it everywhere. Next one is Tia Ballard, who plays 02, Darling the Franxx, English, and Erica Harlacher, who plays Violet Evergarden from Violet Evergarden in the English dub.
Okay.
I haven't seen Violet Evergarden in the English dub.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen Darling the Franxx in the dub. I haven't seen Tonegawa English or otherwise.
Yeah, honestly, I've not seen anything in the dub except Fluey Cooey.
Yeah, we're both subs over dubs guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I will not put down dubs over subs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you
I completely understand, and from
can't do that.
For me, I'm with the people who are like, I don't like to read.
Yeah.
Like, I completely understand.
I understand. Yeah, it's a totally valid argument and opinion.
It definitely is a distracting element. Mm-hmm. So, in a way, it's in a minor way because we've become so adjusted to it. But I definitely think that if I could have a competent dub, then it's always preferable.
Yes,
competent in the sense that I feel like it's portraying the spirit of the character. Mm-hmm. If I feel like it's like a nasally or like kind of like an awkward translation of a character that I have an idea for, or I've already heard a different take on it that I might prefer. It is what it is. It's the whole sub over dub thing is a long story, but I'm probably just gonna give it to the Chris Sabat because he's fucking Chris Sabat.
Yeah, just crush on Chris Sabat.
Yeah, like, Chris Sabat. You know what? You're a fucking man. You're Piccolo and Vegeta, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's just like
it's a fucking Vegeta. Good for you, man.
Exactly.
I think he made a tweet actually that said like this is the best role of his career, and then like all these Vegeta fans were like just posting like crying Vegeta memes. Like, dude, bro, what happened to Vegeta?
It's true.
It's funny. So best director.
Yeah.
Is the next category, and this should be an interesting one. So we have Masaki Yusa, who directed Devilman Crybaby. Atsuko Ishizuka. Oh god, I'm not Japanese. I'm sorry. Atsuko Ishizuka, who directed A Place Further Than the Universe. We have Yu Moriyama, who directed Megalobox. Yohei Suzuki, who directed Planet With. Taichi Ishidate, who directed Violet Evergarden, and Hiroko Utsumi, who directed Banana Fish. So it's an interesting collection of anime.
Yeah.
It's easier for me, so I studied film for a while in college, and I was able to kind of really distinguish an auteur's work, a very distinctive director's impression on film. And I think I can do that. You can see that with the star animation directors as well, like anime directors, like, obviously, you got King Hiro Miyazaki. You have also Mamoru Hosoda. Who's the guy who did fucking Your Name? Because he has a bunch of other ones. Garden of Words guy.
Frick.
Google.
I am so bad with names. It's not even funny, but you can tell from a certain director's style. It's just like American filmography. It's just you can see the distinct what makes
the
style of the directors.
Yeah, so Satoshi Kon's another good one. Makoto Shinkai, I believe he's the guy for Your Name and Garden of Words, and I believe he had a sci-fi one that he made himself, which kind of put him on the map.
Okay.
There's a good collection here of my Google search. Shinichiro Watanabe, all great distinctive anime directors in their own right, titans in the industry. For series, I feel like it's not something I ever thought about, but I guess they would have that amount of impression on it as well. Yeah. So let's see at these series right here. I
like Devilman a lot. I like it. I like its it never once feels like the style deviates from the plot,
Yeah. I wonder about Devilman though, as an anime, the style where the design came from, because if you look at Science Saru, the studio who did Devilman Crybaby, Science Saru is the studio that did it. They had a film come out this year. It's a girl. I think we'll probably see it in the film section. But the style is exactly the same. So I'm not sure if that's the distinctive style of the studio or if it's something that was pushed by Masaki Yusa, who directed Devilman Crybaby.
Right.
In general, the projects for Devilman Crybaby and Megalobox, I think that they're both fascinating projects because they're both evolutions of 80s anime in very radically different ways from what they were. Because you've got, like I mentioned with Megalobox, Joe, all the elements. He also had to fight a Yuri in in his anime, but like it's now in like this like future. It's like in this like pseudo future, you know, like in the 2040s or some shit, and then it's like
alternate future,
and like it's not dystopian, but like, you know, there's some like economic disparity, and it's like a very interesting world, and it's gritty and it's urban, and there's hip hop flair.
Nice.
And then there's like Devilman, which is like grotesque and way more violent and a lot more extreme than what the original Devilman was like. Devilman it was violent at the time, but like not as to this level. Yeah, not as brutal.
Not as brutal, and I would say almost bloodlusty / gore kind of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
Like, you seen people get ripped in half a club, half naked, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like it's shocking.
Yeah.
How
not to the point of excessiveness.
Yeah. I think it's intent. So.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. His intent was very much reached.
So with all of that in mind, I don't know. This is a hard one.
Yeah, because I have not. I think I need to watch Edge of the Universe and Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, Place Further Than the Universe is one of the best anime of the year. It's like I teeter on it all the time because it's one of the it's Violet Evergarden and Place Further Than the Universe are like the most feels baity anime of the year. Like they definitely they aim for that like emotional high.
Right.
And they succeed with it's in my opinion at times. Banana Fish I think is underrated, and I feel like it should have been probably popped up more than once by now. I haven't finished Banana Fish either, and I love it. Like 80s character design with like a lot of modern flash and fluidity in the animation with like American like Japanese perception of like a dramatized like American gangster like situation. But God, I wouldn't know who to say. I would just give it to maybe you, Moriyama, who did Megalobox, only because I like the world. I like the design. I like the aesthetic of it. I don't think it's the best anime on this list personally, but I do think it's
best director.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Him or Taichi Ishidate for Violet Evergarden, because that's a really beautiful anime, and we'll get into that, I'm sure, right now. Best animation. By the way, before I finish, who would you pick for best director?
Yeah, I would honestly I'd give it up to your pick because I have not.
It's kind of a crapshoot, honestly.
Yeah.
This whole year is like a crapshoot, so it's like it's the best of the best, which is not a bad problem to have.
Yeah, I was not. I don't know. Like a lot of these, like not exactly mainstream, and I don't call myself like a non-mainstream like anime viewer, but it's just like.
You are a lot more open than I to what's available. Like I do like to take recommendations more often than I do take chances.
I prefer more action-packed anime.
That too as well.
Because it's just like
that's weird. Because like when we talk, I feel like a lot of the anime you described are not so action, more either rom-com or comedy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it has pace isn't the right word, but it's just like. I can appreciate like a slow build on like an anime like.
You might not like Violet Evergarden then. It starts real slow.
No, but I can appreciate that and I can like that.
Okay.
But I don't know. Just for me to flip on an anime and just watch it, it's just I forget. I don't know what the factors are. It's just like I feel like I've not.
It's something
defined
you have to,
myself as an anime.
Something
viewer.
you can reflect on in 2019.
Exactly.
So the next category we have here is best animation. And the nominees are Violet Evergarden from Studio Kyoto Animation, Devilman Crybaby from Studio Science Saru, Megalobox from TMS Entertainment, A Place Further Than the Universe from Studio Madhouse.
Ah, good old Madhouse.
Madhouse. Bloom Into You from Studio Troika, and My Hero Academia from Studio Bones. Bones, another great studio with a lot of legacy. Done fucking FMA, Eureka 7. Pretty sure they've done. I think they did the Bebop movie too.
Oh.
Yeah. So a nice little resume for them. But I already know my answer, and this is a good list. This is a really solid list, but I already know my answer. So.
What's that?
It is Violet Evergarden, free. Not free for me because I stopped in the middle. There was a moment, 15, 16 minutes into watching the pilot episode for Violet Evergarden, I stopped watching to check the runtime to make sure I wasn't watching a feature film. I was like, this isn't
quality was that good.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't a movie, right? And I checked and I'm like, wow. And then I thought about it, I'm like, wow. Like that first impression is irreplaceable for me, and it definitely has that consistency moving forward. It's definitely one of the most highly produced. I don't know if Kyoto had a huge budget or if they just really cracked down and like were just full like Japanese workaholic mode or some shit like that, or talented as fuck. But whatever the case was, this is one of the most pretty, fluid, expressive animations I've ever seen. Definitely top 5 of all time for me.
I will definitely like put some weight on. Like,
checking it out. You check it out for the visual splendor is good enough for me to say to you, like, hey, you may not like this from a narrative standpoint. At least watch the pilot to like let your eyes glitter for like a little bit, and then see if you see if that helps.
No, I got you, dude. Your words got weight with me, so it's just like I definitely like if you're saying that it's definitely fluid and like it's as tight as you say it is.
I think it's fantastic. Devilman Cry, and it's in a group of fantastically animated like. Bones super consistent with My Hero Academia for an ongoing series.
Yeah,
the fights like
are you kidding me? Like
how they animated like United States of Smash, how they animated fucking the fight between Bakugo and Deku.
Consistently doing good explosions.
Oh yeah, it's like it's incredible. Oh yeah, good like not copy paste explosions.
Exactly.
It's like
just like it could very much have been easily called like a Michael Bay anime movie.
They do a perfect job.
Exactly.
I like of extending and expanding on what the anime does, because so many times, or the manga does, excuse me, because that's why One Piece sucks as an anime. I love One Piece, and I watched it all, and I'm going to keep watching it all because I have a huge love for One Piece.
Yeah.
But the anime is garbage because it doesn't. it only takes advantage of like small highs, like what it does now, as opposed to what it used to do. It's very strategic and calculated about when it wants to be exciting. Either one moment per episode or one moment every like 4 or 5 episodes is beautifully animated, and that's like that high that you're looking for, and then it just goes back into hiding into like Dragon Ball Z-esque like animatic, just like mouth flaps and no movements. So it's
I can definitely see that.
So My Hero could have done that, and instead it it takes it and runs with it really well all the time. Like there's tons of moments, like the fight with the muscular.
Yeah, you say run.
Yeah, you say run. Yeah, it's a legend. Bloom Into You, I haven't seen. Have you?
No, but I've heard it's a very good.
Everyone tells me this is the best romance of the year, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it's like a it's a
Yuri.
It's a good like representation of that, I guess. That's from what I've heard.
Yeah, I hear a lot of time like going our anime. It's like a respectable Yuri, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but like
basically it means it's not.
It's not pandering, it's not like, it's like, it's not for the male gaze, and I'm like, I know it might sound like I'm making fun of that, but I'm not. That's all I've heard, and I think that's fine. That's admirable, but I haven't watched it yet, so that's something I'm sure
you can't put your opinion on it yet.
It looks good. Place Further Than the Universe is beautiful as well, but again, my impression is irreplaceable. So. You said you have any options that you would say?
Devilman is interesting in its own right. Bloom Into You, I heard actually the animation is very good. The animation in itself, like
I've seen clips. It looks nice.
Themes aside, the animation is good. I haven't seen, like I said, Farther Than the Universe. Devilman is just like it's just so different from everything else. So it's just like
its uniqueness is definitely its own quality.
It's one of its strengths for sure.
Yeah.
But I could not pick, to be honest.
It's all good. We'll bang on to the.
Or probably My Hero, just because how consistent and like good each fight is. It's better than the last one. I mean, when All Might fights Nomu. And then he goes and fights All for One, and it's just like, how can you go from United States? You can go from, Delaware Smash, and then into the United States of Smash. It's just like
it's dope. The manga is great, and I guess I feel like it's taking it to the next level.
Go from a state to a country, and it's just like that's a big jump. But it does not.
It doesn't let down.
No, exactly.
It doesn't disappoint.
Exactly.
So the next category is going to be a pretty quick one because I don't know how many you've seen.
I have not seen any of those films. I have not seen.
Yeah, the category is Best Film of 2018.
Yeah.
And let's just go through the list and then we can bang out what we've even seen. The Night is Short, Walk On Girl. I've seen the trailer for this. It's by Studio Science Saru from the same studio that had done Devilman Crybaby. It looks exactly like it in style.
Okay.
This is the one I was referring to earlier. My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Two Heroes from Studio Bones.
I heard that's good. Yep.
Mirai of the Future from Studio Chizu.
I've heard of that, Mirai.
Yep. Liz and the Bluebird from Kyoto Animation, Mazinger Z Infinity from Toei, and Fireworks from Studio Shaft. So
Shaft, huh?
have you seen any of them?
No.
Okay, so that'll bang that out real
whatsoever.
quick. I haven't seen Fireworks. I haven't seen Mazinger Z, or even heard of them. So sorry. Liz and the Bluebird. I watched it. Liz and the Bluebird is from the studio Kyoto Animation, which did Violet Evergarden.
Huh?
So I respect that quality. I'm sure it's going to be in there somewhere. I saw a video from Mother's Basement that had glowing review of this. It's like apparently a film about two girls, senior high school, both playing the band. It's a kind of a parody about. Well, it's not a parody. It's a story about. It all takes place in the high school, so like the setting is very slice of life, mundane, but it's still very apparently meticulously animated and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the story basically hinges on one friend letting her more outgoing friend go. You know, like letting her be able to like when they go off to college, like be able to separate, let go of that friendship, and basically it parallels with they have to do a duet, like an oboe, clarinet, some sort of band duet.
Okay.
And the song is called "Liz and the Bluebird." And supposedly it's about a story of similar design. It's about a magical bluebird that encounters someone encounters a magical bluebird, and it's like they have to learn to let go of the bluebird, some sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's all it's
very
all
much pairs into
it's
itself.
all paired up, intertwined. So I hear it's a really beautiful film. I haven't seen it, unfortunately.
Mm.
This is the only film I saw. I went to go to the theater to see Mirai.
Okay.
I'm a big Mamoru Hosoda fan.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Summer Wars?
Yes.
Yes.
I very much.
That's
enjoyed
Mamoru
Summer
Hosoda.
Wars.
Have you ever seen Wolf Children?
I've seen clips.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's also him. Have you ever seen Digimon the movie?
Probably when I was a kid.
That's also him. So
Fantastic.
he's a good.
Yeah, okay.
He's a good repertoire. But yeah, Mirai. It's a really good film.
Mm-hmm.
Quick premise, like elevator pitch for this one is like, the movie falls around a boy named Kun.
Okay.
And all of his films are like this. Actually, really quickly, have you seen A Boy and the Beast? Probably not. I haven't seen it yet either, but it's another one of his films.
Sounds familiar.
It's the last one before this one.
That's the weird thing. Is like going on like r/anime. It's just like I read about all these things, but never watch them.
Isn't really pushed as hard when the anime community, like anime films.
So
Besides Miyazaki,
Right.
but yeah, I feel like they should be pushed more. But I digress. Mirai is about a young boy named Kun. He's like 4 years old. He is happy. He's got a nice family. Then suddenly he's beset with a younger sister named Mirai, the titular character, and he's salty because he's like losing attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so like he like hits her with like a truck or something like that, like a toy truck.
Okay.
And
I'm like, dang.
yeah, super strong.
Skills.
And he gets into trouble. He pouts in the courtyard of the house and then realizes that there's like somewhat of, I guess, what I would call like a magical portal.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets him interact with family members of his past and his future. And so he gets to interact with his sister growing up from the future. He gets to interact with his great-great-grandfather, a personification of the family dog.
Yeah.
Even his future self. It's all pretty interesting. They kind of take him and coach him through like little life moments as a 4-year-old. So it's really nostalgic. It's sweet. It kind of, especially if you have siblings, it really kind of resonates with that, like caring for your siblings in certain ways.
I can see that.
All like kind of just personifies a lot of moments growing up, like in your early childhood. Not like a lot of people in their nostalgia, they either think of like their high school years or their college years that I know of. Like this is like early childhood. This is like when you think about like riding the bike for the first time, or like like having family trips for the first time. Like
it's a good nostalgia field trip.
Very wholesome family film, so I liked it a lot, and it's beautiful to watch. I didn't see My Hero.
I heard it was it's what you expect from a My Hero movie.
So did you see it?
No, but I know like the premise of like it talks about like the guy who used to like
he's Robin, All Might's Robin, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's just like they come back to that because he's not exactly All Might is not exactly like the Batman to his Robin, like he's he kind of just I think he's like a scientist. What's the deal is, and something going down, so he's got to go visit his old friend.
Interesting. Okay. But I mean, it looks like an action-packed fun ride. I'm sure it's a beautiful watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely check it out soon because I'm just waiting for either to Jolly Roger it or to find it on Blu-ray. And A Night is Short, Walk On Girl. I don't know what it's about. I watched the trailer for it. Looks like a girl who's just like going on a bar crawl, and it's fucking weird and fucking psychedelic. It looks like a good visual watch, but I don't really know much else besides that. So
same here.
So for me, it's Mirai because it's the only one I saw. So.
And I'll agree with you. If it sounds as good as you said it was,
I think it was a good time. Yeah, would watch again. But that moves us on to the next category: best character design. So we have Violet Evergarden. I think the character design is here. So Akiko Takase.
Yep.
Devilman Crybaby. Oh, they have a couple here. I'm just gonna name it first though.
Oh boy.
Fuck it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Zombieland Saga from Kasumi Fukugawa. Megalobox from Hiroshi Shimizu. Agretsuko from Sanrio. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from Takahiro Kishida.
All right. Okay. Best character design. I think I gotta automatically like disqualify JoJo's.
No.
Because JoJo's will, because I'm not trying to put it down, because it'll win every time.
That's what I'm feeling.
Because it's just like every time JoJo's comes out with a new season, it's just like wacky zany characters that get shit done, prove a point, and still keep like a nice like levity of like, I mean, like Joseph Joestar, and just, that character as a whole is just like so good.
It gets pretty fucking wacky. I love the fucking flamboyant
craziness
craziness of it.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'll put it in contention. I'm not giving it to Agretsuko.
Yeah.
I think that the concept is novel. The character design is not.
Yeah.
I think that cutesy animals, even in this sort of style from Sanrio,
I like it
been done before. I love it. It's very endearing.
Yes.
I don't think it's the best character design of last year. It's one of the best. But
I kind of like it because I like the whole it's like when they the personification of animals.
Yeah.
It's funny because they always try to play to like, oh, what's like a human's view of an animal. It's just like, oh, the turtle's gonna be meek and shit.
Yeah, they're very clever with that. I think
it's just
that's
like
fun.
What was the one fox, the little Fenico.
Yeah.
She's very snippy and very like foxy kind of like like not sneaky but like a very snippy kind of character. And it's just like that's a very
it's good. It makes for a good visual comedy. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not gonna give it to Violet Evergarden for sure. And that's because as beautiful as the anime is, it's again this. I'm not a fashion guy. I'm not like a good critique of design in the sense that I think that I would be able to pick apart the quality of it from a structural standpoint.
Right.
And what I mean to say is that like I think the fashion in Violet Evergarden is kind of a period piece too. It kind of takes place in like a World War I-esque kind of world,
right?
Or like an early 20th century technology. Like I think there are cars, but like they're like fat and huge and like not sparse.
Yes.
There are guns, but like they're like single shot rifles. I don't remember seeing like any automatic weapons.
So it's not very
But there is some sort of like steampunk-esque stuff. Like she has like a steampunk hand. But she basically looks like Blade or Saber, excuse me, from the Fate series.
Okay. Yeah. That was actually my initial impression too.
Yeah, a lot of people think she looks
like Saber from any Fate.
And the costume design of all the other characters is unique and it's fun to look at. But it's like very just period piece fashion that I wouldn't know if that's like above average. I think it's really fun and beautiful to look at. But I don't know. From a uniqueness standpoint, I don't think it stands out. I think Megalobox is a little bit more unique. And I'm seeing Megalobox and Devilman come up on here like constantly.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some sort of like whoever made these nominees has got a hard bias.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's
They've been bought.
They have been.
They've been bought. Zombieland Saga.
I like Zombieland Saga a lot.
Showing up besides with Kotaro because like I think it's a really fun take on Monster Girls. Like, I think that they're for what was the group of
because like they're all from different time periods from what I've heard of. And
for
then
a group of 7, it's a nice diverse cast.
Yes.
What do you think of Devilman?
It's weird. It starts out as almost a slice of life anime, and then it's just like, wham, Akira gets powers, and then it's just like, all right, there's a secret like underground kind of. Like it's like a fight. It's like a fight. Not exactly a fight club. It's just basically where the Devilman's like feed, I guess.
Yeah.
And it gets like more gritty and stuff like that, but I think there's only like a couple standout characters.
Interesting. Okay. So like the overall aesthetic is interesting, but
Yes.
the characters themselves may not be.
No.
Yeah.
It's very not typical isn't the right word. It's just typecast.
It's just, I don't know. The characters are very, like, yeah, they belong in that universe, but it's just none of them really stand out.
It's interesting. I felt like they both had a lofty task, like I mentioned before, Megalo and Devilman, like adapting old material. It's you balance between referential and starting something new. I think that they definitely fit. You know, the new Devilman design is like very large, imposing, fucking like a lot more, much more demonic than the previous design, which is like more of like a fucking hero-esque costume.
Yeah.
Pseudo hero.
Yeah, they definitely did like the more demonic, like, rawr, like this is a guy, like, you know.
Yeah.
He looks like Aatrox from League of Legends.
Exactly. Like Sparta from Devil May Cry.
Exactly.
Like a more demonic. Bingo. Yeah. So, if you're not giving it to JoJo, who are you giving it to?
Well, that's the thing. I would give it to JoJo, but it's just like, it's JoJo. Like, of course it should get it. It's just, I don't want to be like, yeah, it's JoJo, so it wins.
Yeah, the predictive. You know? I know that feeling, and as we move into our next
it's just like, who's like one of the best, like, who's the best basketball player of all time? It's just like
Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Just like, yeah, exactly. It's just like, you don't want to say Michael Jordan or LeBron James, because it is Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It's like, they are the best. So there's a don't make me say it when it's already been said.
So we're gonna say JoJo because we have to.
Yeah.
But as we move into our final category of anime of the year, which thankfully, as I look through it, doesn't have My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia, or like the shonen, like me saying like, what's your favorite anime of all time, and someone says like Dragon Ball Z or something like that.
Yeah.
Like something that's been so ingrained into the culture that like it feels like an automatic answer. Like anyone could say that and like basically be acceptable in every conversation. But it's also the predictable isn't the word, but there is some sort of cringiness about its expectancy.
Yeah, what? Of
like those answers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know what you mean.
As soon as like the last one, it's funny that JoJo was the last one, because I feel like if JoJo was like the first, like if it was any sooner, people would just be like JoJo.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we give it to JoJo because why not?
Because JoJo.
So, anime of the year. We'll read through this list, then we'll talk about maybe like an alternative option.
None on the list for me.
Yeah, but we have a place further than the universe for anime of the year. Devilman Crybaby, Megalobox, Violet Evergarden, Hinamatsuri, and Zombieland Saga. Zombieland Saga only got nominated like twice before this, and all of a sudden it's anime of the year.
Zombieland Saga is pretty good.
It's my favorite from the fall, possibly, besides Run with the Wind, which I feel like could and should be listed here. But I don't know. This is a tough list. This year's been a tough list to quantify, but you tell me why none of them are, and then tell me your answer, since you already kind of you're locked in on none of them being yours. So at least give me an alternative.
Okay, because like, what was it? No, that's best character design. Anime of the year. I have not seen Place Further Than the Universe, so my opinion, I can't give it justice. I can't say like why it's not and why it isn't.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, it's just you blank slated it.
Devilman, it's just like, you know, it's good, but it's just like it just doesn't. I don't know. I'm so uncertain with it, because it's just like, it's great, but it's also just not.
It's not great for you.
It's good, but it's not great. That's how I feel about it, because it's just like, I feel like it relies on the animation and like, you know, the story and animation kind of just crutch. Oh, the animation crutches on itself, because it's just like, it's gory, it's
more of a spectacle than it is substance.
Exactly. It's more flash. There's more flash, not enough bang.
Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah, my bad.
It's all good. And then what was the other one?
You got Megalobox.
I can't give that one justice, but apparently you
haven't
can.
Seen it? Yeah.
So same with the Violet Evergarden.
You've seen Hinamatsuri.
Same. Zombieland Saga, I've watched a couple episodes. I like it, but it's just, at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. Idol shows aren't my bag.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate why this one's special, because it has so many diverse characters.
What would you say is yours? Outside of these six, I think. Six, right?
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Really?
Yep.
I'm surprised it wasn't on this list, actually, in general.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and tell me why.
It's just like, it's a harem anime, but it's not a harem anime, because he clearly says, yo, I'm going out with Mai. I love Mai.
I like how, with this anime in particular, it caught me. I didn't want to watch it. So I'm like a guy who's like, if I see if someone's being try hard, I get dejected. Like, I go to anime conventions. If I see a very fucking sexual, like a very hot cosplayer, I have a dual reaction of respect and admiration. Like, oh wow, that's beautiful, and like that's cool.
That's
and at the same time, it's like, you're a try hard thought. Fuck you. Like, and I don't know why I have that knee jerk reaction, but like I reject people who try hard, because we all have that like little distinction of like someone who's like being a little bit extra for the sake of attention or whatever you think they're doing, but like, you know, with their ulterior motives. But so in lieu with that thought train, I saw Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai with Sexy Bunny Girl as a thumbnail. I'm like, I won't be fooled.
Yeah,
and
I get you.
Like, that's exactly where it gets you.
And so my cousin at our fucking, I think it was our Thanksgiving, a family Thanksgiving gathering, and he was like, "Are you watching Rascal?" And I'm like, "I'm not watching that fucking garbage." He's like, "Dude, it's not garbage.
It's not garbage. It's a diamond in the rough.
It's like, it's really good." And I'm like, my cousin's not like one to fall for like cheesecake and stuff like that.
Okay,
he's like a substance guy. And I'm like, all right, Alex, I'm gonna go check it out. My cousin's name is Alex.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I check it out. And I'm like, why the fuck is this actually good?
Yeah.
It's like, all of a sudden I get like Haruhi Suzumiya vibes. I'm getting like all this sort of paranormal shit that's going on.
Yeah, it's great.
It catches me off guard with all of its fucking substance. So I could definitely see it being worthy of Anime of the Year, because it's animated beautifully, like very consistently.
The plot's good.
The plot's good. The romance is great. They have great chemistry. Like Mai and Sakuta. We already pinged them for best boy and best girl. So
it's just like, well, there you go. It's just like, that's why it's my personal anime of the year, because it's just, I don't know, it touches all the bases. And then, because it's just like, even like, it's great. Because even when there's an episode where the one character is just like, yeah, I love you, Sakuta. And he's just like, so, let's talk about why this can't work.
Oh, yeah, with the blonde girl, right?
Yeah, it was like the
second, the junior, the Kohai or whatever.
Yep. And she's just like, she has to accept it, and that's a very, like, I think everyone has to deal with that, and it's just like,
there's a lot of relatable. So the one thing I love about that harem anime, it's not even exactly, that's the thing. It's just like, oh, it's designed
actual friends.
Yeah, it's designed to be a harem anime. And it looks like a harem anime from the outside, but it's not really once you really get down to the brass tacks of it, because the puberty syndrome is just a fun narrative tool to explore teenage anxieties that are like super normal and like very modern today. Like
exactly,
like the one girl's like that character you just describing, like her anxiety for like existing in the social hierarchy, becoming a new person, you know, maintaining an image. Like those are things that we all deal with normally, but like it's really impending when you're young.
Exactly.
You know, Mai's like the first one, Mai's, you know, being overwhelmed by her omnipresence as like a child star, and then like becoming invisible to the point where she can't even buy food. Like it's all really interesting, and I think it's all clever and designed well, and it's just a fucking good anime. It has a little bit of something for everybody. Likes, if you like rom-com slice of life. For sure. I would do it.
What's your personal favorite?
From that list, I'm torn between A Place Further Than the Universe or Violet Evergarden.
If you can't tell, people who are watching this Anime Awards is very much biased.
It feels biased. That's a whole other conversation.
Sponsored by Crunchyroll.
I mean, yeah. So we'll talk about that later. Yeah, anything that was on Crunchyroll. Actually, not all of this was on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, not all of it. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm surprised that.
I'm just gonna say, where the fuck is fucking Castlevania? All right. What? I'm just saying.
Is this where people go? It's not.
I don't care.
It's not an anime.
Not for me, but for the people who love that series. I think that's the best video game adaptation of all time.
It's a good series.
But from this list, A Place Further Than the Universe and Violet Evergarden are kind of like
out of the list.
Are teetering me.
Bunny Girl Senpai aside.
For me, Hida Matsuri, fucking uplifting, one of the most bombastic comedies of all year. But something about comedies never put me in that place where I think they're the best. One of the most enjoyable experiences, though. If you love comedy, you like stand-up, you like sitcoms and shit like that, I think this is a good place to start.
Okay.
Zombieland Saga literally got me into idol anime. I'm a huge, like, not idol. I was like, people are like, go watch Idolmaster and shit. I'm like, I'm not about that life, yo. Like, you go do you. I'm not going to do it. And then Zombieland Saga came around, juked me with that funny intro, and all of a sudden I'm singing along to every fucking song and loving the intro. And now I think I like idol anime. I think I'm going to go...
I feel like I'll episode. Be right in that same boat with you once I watch more episodes, because I've watched like the first like 4 episodes.
Yeah. Violet Evergarden. Oh, I'm gonna go Megalobox. I think it's overhyped. I love it design wise. There's so many things I like about it. So many moments, but in general, it didn't put me in the highs that other anime did. Devilman Crybaby. I'm not done yet, so I don't feel like it's fair if I judge it. So I'll place further than the universe in Violet Evergarden. It's hard, cause. You'll see this a lot on our anime and in like other places, but like people will say episode 10 of Violet Evergarden is quote unquote near perfect, and it is. It's very heart wrenching,
but that's where the quote unquote part happens.
That anime in general, but I think I'm gonna give it to a place further than the universe if I have to pull from this list, only because I don't like moe either, like cutesy shit as much as I do like cute shit, like I'm not usually invested in full animes about it.
Right.
But there's something about the themes and the execution of this anime that really kind of pulled at my heartstrings to a way that doesn't normally happen. Like Mari, the first girl, I believe that's her name is Mari.
Okay.
She is like there's 4 girls all have independent struggles. It's their trip to Antarctica, essentially. 4 girls go to Antarctica, and the themes of like wanting to go on an adventure, having the courage to take that first step.
Yep.
And all the stuff they deal with, I found myself like weirdly nostalgic and inspired, and it's just an anime that like made me like feel a lot of different feelings that I didn't think it would have me feeling.
Feely feels.
Yeah. I could go into a lot of the details later, but in general, I think that from this list, it's my favorite because of that emotional impact. If I was going outside this list, I don't know. I could probably like bounce around a couple other anime. I'm thinking about like Run with the Wind is underrated. God, what else was from this year? My Hero Academia, obviously a huge one, but
I like Attack on Titan a lot, but I don't know if I'd make season 3 my favorite of the year. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick by Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, Bunny Girl Senpai solid. So that's our list. I think that's it. Do you want to do the sponsored categories real quick? Shotgun them out.
I feel like the whole other part of the list was sponsored.
I know, right? This is Best Fight Scene sponsored by Capcom, and Best Continuing Series sponsored by Verve. So you want to just like really quickly gun to your head do these?
Yeah.
All right. Best Fight Scene: Anzu versus Hina in Hina Matsuri, All for One versus All Might, My Hero Season 3, Boruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki in Boruto, Jiren versus Goku in Dragon Ball Super, Yami versus Licht and Black Clover, and Satan versus Devilman and Devilman Crybaby.
Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki.
Me too. Free.
Easy.
Naruto
That's
and
free.
Boruto have literally for no reason whatsoever some of the best fighting animations
The
of all time.
choreography was amazing.
It's retardedly good. And they took what was in
fantastic.
a movie and made it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they expounded on it.
It's just watching Naruto just fucking lay hands on Momoshiki in
Yeah.
that one sequence. You know the exact sequence I'm talking about. He fucking checks his kicks and just boom, decks him, and then
Oh my god.
and then
it's literally the best. Like
Jiren
and Goku was like a fight of highs and low lows.
It's
like at its lows, it's literally just like watching Goku get smashed in for 10 minutes.
He's just getting his shit
But
punched
like when
in.
he does finally get the Ultra Instinct,
Yeah.
it is pretty exciting. Hinanzu's funny. All for Might, as hype as it is,
yeah.
it's again kind of like the Goku fight where it's choreographed well for a little bit, but then just turns into an ass beating for a while.
Yep.
I don't watch Black Clover. Haven't finished Devilman Crybaby.
Same.
All right. Best continuing series: Ancient Magus Bride, Dragon Ball Super, Black Clover, March Comes in Like a Lion, One Piece, and Boruto.
I'd say.
He's thinking.
One Piece.
One Piece. Okay. I want to give it to One Piece too, as despite that shit talking I gave it earlier.
Yep.
I can't give it to Black Clover because I don't watch Black Clover. I won't give it to Super because that is 70% garbage. And I love Dragon Ball.
Into what?
I won't Dragon Ball Super. I'm not gonna do it.
No.
I think it's pretty bad. Ancient Magus Bride. Haven't seen it either. I just started March Comes In Like a Lion.
Shaft. I might have to give that the old college try then.
That's also really fucking beautiful to watch.
Comes In Like a Lion.
Yeah. It's very mundane. It's about a boy who plays shogi for a living. But it's pretty it's very expressive with all the shit it does.
Okay.
But One Piece, I mean,
continuing, it's just like
it's coming up on 900. It's
hella consistent.
It's pretty consistent. It's the production at least.
That's the thing. That's where I struggle. It's like I tie between Dragon Ball and One Piece, and then when I think about it, I'm like, well, like it's just like
I like One Piece better than Dragon Ball Z as a whole entity.
Exactly.
For me personally, I think it's more creative and just as hype.
It's just like I love Dragon Ball. I love the original Dragon Ball all the way up until like the Raditz Saga, even past the Raditz Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball Z is great. Cell Saga, Buu Saga.
That's where it kind of fell off.
Yeah, exactly.
But Buu Saga's still fun.
Buu Saga's still good, and then it's just like
GT.
The fact they had to recanonize GT, and then Super is just like great. It's not GT.
Yeah, there's a whole lot.
And that's like
there's a lot of politics involved with Dragon Ball Super. It's like a lot. It's got a lot of baggage. Yeah.
Exactly, and then it's just like DBZF or DBFZ.
Fighters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fighters. It's just like. I'm
gonna go see the Dragon Ball movie tomorrow though. The Broly movie.
I need to go see it.
I hope it's dope. That should be I think that came out in Japan last year, and that could have been on the best movie list possibly.
Oh, for sure.
But I digress. Yeah, I'll go with One Piece with you. I know a lot of people like Boruto though.
Boruto's good.
Boruto's pretty like chill.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
like
chill.
It's like Naruto.
Chill with some dope fights. Yeah.
But more stable.
Yeah. But that is it. Those were our picks.
Yeah.
For the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys had a good time. Hope that you had a good time too.
Yeah, I had a great time.
My dude.
Thanks for having me.
Through. Probably do this again sometime fucking soon.
For sure.
As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. If you guys had a good time. If there's any anime that you think got snubbed, any anime that you differed on our picks, shout out down below.
Yeah, exactly. Feel free to voice your opinion because that's what this list is. It's entirely opinions.
Yeah,
it's just like
so we're always down to hear what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
And as always, have a good day. Have a good life. We'll see you next time.
Check you later.